Yes, still very fresh and lingers in our hearts and minds. Okay, every one of us, still, looking at what has happened, in a very, will I call it a very good school where parents pay 3 million naira for school fees per term, not for the year. 3 million naira for a boarding school. The school is called Downway College in Lekki, that's in Lagos. Okay, 3 million naira. And the question still keeps come to my mind. You mean after a student, and you can imagine how many students they have, the particular child that died, parents alone have 3 children in that school, 2 girls and a boy. Is the boy that was killed, okay, the junior Sylvester, because it was named after his father. The students, they pay 3 million per term. And guess what? My question is, why is there no CCTV camera to monitor the hostel area until some senior students went there, 5 of them in number, to beat up an 11-year-old? Just imagine, just look around you, look for any 11-year-old, 5 people. Okay, it's called like a crowd beating. Turn off the hostel lights and beat him. Tell the other students in the hostel that if they mention that they beat him, they will deal with them as well. Then they should say, if anybody asks that why is he like that, they should say he went to play football and they hit him with the football. Do you understand that? Now, Babajide is talking about the whole incident of what also happened to his son when his son went, to boarding house, and this is really causing really serious reaction. Let's get all the details. Popular Nigerian journalist Babajide Kolade has revealed how his wife pressured him not to enroll his first child in a boarding school. Babajide made the revelation while discussing the death of Sylvester on TVC News. Sylvester's death has continued to be a concern among many Nigerians. You may recall that the 12-year-old died under controversial circumstances, which has led to the police investigation, Lagos State Governor closing down the school. 2 of the students are currently at large because the parents have taken them overseas, alleged information, while other 3 have been arrested by the police. The parents have since employed the services of human rights lawyer activist Femi Falana to be the lawyer to look into the situation. Speaking about the incident and the issue about his family, Babajide said, "My father was a housemaster in a college located in Ikene, but he still enrolled me in a boarding school. The staff quarters was not far from the school, yet my parents enrolled me in a boarding school. He did so I can learn to become self-reliant and have other qualities of independence. I did the same for my first son. My wife kicked against it, despite the pressure from my wife not to do so. I told her that the boarding school would toughen him up and make him independent." Narrating further, Babajide said, "My son started washing and ironing his clothes after he came back home. He became more responsible because his parents were not always there to assist and to give him all the support he usually would get at home. This made him to change and become a better person. But today, with the way life is, things have really changed. And the lesson here is that parents have responsibility over their children to ensure that their children are protected. And if your child is a bully, it is your responsibility to speak to your child, and your child should not bully another person's child. If your child bullies another person's child, it shows you have not trained up that child. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It showed you have not trained up that child. I don't know how else to narrate the incident, because that is the true situation of things. I mean, it's not just your child being bullied. Okay, what about your child being a bully? It's a two-way talk. Now you can come and say, "Oh, they bullied my child," for instance. Yes. What about your child being a bully? Do you notice those traits in your child? Do you notice those traits that when he's around other people, he's not friendly? He wants to make other people feel down. He wants to oppress other people. Some people just have that thing. Unless they talk down on other people, they don't feel comfortable. They want to talk down on other people, make other people comfortable, make other people, make that's what makes them, feel or see themselves as, making some headways or something. Other than that, they don't, people, no other person can do right. Okay, whatever you're doing for them, it's not right. So they must talk down on you. Whatever you're doing, they must put you down. But it's not a good spirit. And when you notice it in your child, immediately you curb it. The truth of it is that those things are stemming from low self-esteem. Those things are stemming from, you know, uh, you know, uh, stemming from your child not being confident and feel that other people are better than him. So in a bid to try to say I belong, I am somebody, it's just a very sad situation. But truly, really, that's the way some people, when you notice these things, because these things, it comes there, your child is always jealous, and feel that other people, no, 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 you begin to instill good discipline and begin to say to your child, no, 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 be happy when people are successful, when things are happening for people, be genuinely happy for them. Don't become jealous. Don't begin to say, it's always happening to her. Before you know it, jealousy leads to a lot of things. So as soon as you notice, as young as your child is saying this thing, no, no, then you correct the perspective and give the child a better, say, no, this is not the way to look at life. You are approaching things in the wrong way, because it's from young that they start picking up those traits. They start, we're human being, feeling a bit jealous, feeling a bit, feeling a bit, the other person is not doing well. You just, or you feel that something good is always happening to this other person, it's not happening to me. Why does the teacher always? You need to just correct those things and say, don't worry. There are some things this person is doing. You also have your own gift. You also have an area where you are being, you are being admired, where you also have your strength. You may not be called upon to do this, but in time, as you begin to grow, as you begin to understand some things, you also do other things that will be, so you need to start correcting it. Because if there is no correction, that's how they grow. They grow with it. That's how they become, and that's how they begin to, relate with people. So some of these things, we really need to change it, and it starts from the parents. You see, it starts from the parents, really sincerely speaking. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Do have a lovely day. Remember, you have a voice. Let it count all the time. Speak out. Don't let your child, pick up bad habits and you say nothing, please.